What did Taylor Swift say while playing Riichi Mahjong? So I'm gonna call her Riichi. I've got a bamboo pure straight. Maybe it'll be a Mongun on this pinfu way. Got a lot of tiles I can run from, namely this 5 and 8. Or maybe I'll get owned and deal in, cause this game is pain. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Look, folks, I don't remember how we're doing lately. Okay, we're doing okay. It's been a long time since we've tasted the divine fruit that is first place, but I mean, it hasn't even been that long since we've tasted the bitter Satan's ashtray that is fourth place. A weird vibe to start this off. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. So, I am recording this in the past, but by the time this video will be released on Monday, the Mahjong Extra Life 2023 tournament will be over. And I just want to say congrats to whoever won. Hope everyone had a good time. I commentated the second day. I want to say sorry in advance for probably letting one or two across lords slip out instead of saying the actual nomenclature. And I hope it was a really fun event. I got to watch a little bit of it today and it was very, very cool. I think that, I genuinely mean this. Watching someone else play Mahjong is like a very intimate experience. You know what I mean? I genuinely feel like, I mean, I'm just gonna go for some hyperbolic language here, right? I genuinely feel like I'm touching someone's soul if I'm watching them play Mahjong. Like the tiles that they're discarding, like if they're making a risky push, I feel that risk with them, you know? If they're safely folding, I feel that cowardice with them. Absolutely. By the way, this scene is kind of nuts. I don't know if you've noticed this, but we're one tile away from tenpai right now. If we draw into a 7 of bamboo, we'll be super, super happy to see it. Riichi, Pinfu, Dora, it's immediately so good. Right Lord's gonna call an early dealer Riichi with that 7 of bamboo, and look at this. Life is a little bit of pain right now. I'm dealing the white dragon. Hopefully it's okay. Can I tell you something that I learned that was a little bit interesting? Oh, got a long list of some bamboo. Namely, this 9 and 8. Dude, it's a catchy song, okay? You think I'm not looking on the Spotify tier lists and seeing that the Taylor Swift's 1989 Taylor's version has been massacring the charts lately? No, I'm on that zeitgeist. Anyway, what was I saying? Here's what I learned from it, because even though it hasn't happened yet, the tournament organizer, Heidi, she's an awesome VTuber who plays a lot of Mahjong. You'll know them because they're the channel that did the Extra Life tournament. So I already saw you there. We already know what's going on. But she and I practiced commentating a game because I had never commentated a game before, right? But she had done a lot of them with like the official, like Mahjong Soul sometimes does like the cat food tournaments. What is a crosslord? What am I seeing right now? Someone across lord's gonna throw the Dora. I'm saying they're insane. Okay, it's not actually that bonkers, but this is, I don't know. I don't have that kind of power in me. You know what I mean? I just don't have this kind of power. Dealing the Dora into a dealer. Ooh, dare I Riichi? Oh, it's the 5 of characters. It's so bad though, because across lord's going for character tiles. Like they definitely are using the 5 of characters, right? Dare I Riichi here? The 4 is not even that safe, dude. Oh no! Exposed as a coward. Absolutely exposed as a coward. But you gotta think for yourself, okay? You gotta think for yourself. You can't let the lamestream media tell you what to think. The lamestream media is gonna want you to push with things like the 4 of circles or the 5 of bamboo. Right Lord's gonna, I thought this was a Yakuman. Oh my god. This is some, come on, what is going on here? Absolutely ridiculous. You know what? Once Yostar hires me as a game developer, I'm gonna be removing Orador from the game. That's gonna be my first day on the job. We've suffered under the tyranny of Oradora for much too long. Let us now begin the slow but meaningful process of tearing this wall down. Anyway, what was I gonna say? We practiced commentating a game, so we just jumped into the throne room, and it was nice. But you know what I realized is that I kept talking. I kept talking over her, not because I wanted to do so, I actually felt really guilty and ashamed about it afterwards. Guilty and ashamed. What am I about to? I was gonna make a religion joke. Get me out of here! Ah! Sometimes the mind goes where the mind goes. Okay, you have to understand. I discovered Reddit at a very, very young age, and despite the fact that I'm dunking on Reddit every day of the damn week, when does the narwhal bacon? Touch some grass, bozo. It affects you, you know what I mean? It definitely indoctrinates you, and I genuinely apologize. I'm not trying to offend anyone, and I know that that you know, that's like kind of half-hearted if you do. But anyway, I realized I was talking over her a lot. I asked her for some advice. I was like, we're trying to commentate. I'm not trying to talk over anyone, but I was like, what kind of tips do you have? Because I've watched you do this to such great aplomb. And she was like, I'm paraphrasing here. I would wait after I'm done talking or listen for signs that I'm done talking. And I was like, yeah, that's like, I'm just gonna be pretty honest with you. My first initial reaction was like, that's pretty obvious. But then I was like, oh my God, there's like, even though it sounds obvious, knowing that's what you should do and focusing and doing that simple thing are very, very different, because I noticed a difference immediately. And then later I was talking with my significant other. She and I were talking on the phone, and I was like, oh my God, I talk over people a little, like not a lot, because I'm pretty conscious of this, or I try to be. I definitely try to be. I don't think that I'm perfect at it, but I was talking to her, and I realized, like, dude, this is not just a skill for co-commentating a Riichi Mahjong tournament. Like, knowing how to listen and not talking over someone and not talk over someone is like a skill for life. You know what I mean? It's very, very interesting. And of course, you have to marry that idea with the fact that you have to actually listen to what the other person is saying and actually ingest their words, right? Like how Remy the rat ingested some of the food in Ratatouille. Weird shoehorned analogy. Nobody needed that to understand what I was saying. Crosshair's gonna win this hand. Let me tell you, the lamestream media wanted me to chase that Riichi in East 1. Dude, Riichi only hand, one Han hand, not worth fighting for. Absolutely not worth fighting for, okay? If we were the soldiers in Mulan, we would not be saying a hand worth fighting for. Absolutely not. We'd be like, what, see the news lately? This guy with the mountains and the raven on his shoulder. Hang on. Who's the villain in Mulan? It's been a long, yeah, okay, I have a lot of things to say about this. It's been a long time since I've seen Mulan. The most recent Mulan in my memory is from Kingdom Hearts, and you're like, eye roll, and I'm like, eye roll. I'm right there with you. I'm absolutely right there with you. You know, and this is very easy to say. You know who's the villain in Mulan? Society. That's the sexism. That's the genuine villain. I forgot who the villain was, but I think he has a crow on his shoulder. It's either that or I'm confusing that with Edgar Allan Poe. I have no idea, dude. My mind is in one ear and out the other. A lot of my knowledge, a lot of the RAM that's taken up in my hard drive right now is mostly Pokemon Diamond and Pearl competitive metagame builds. Infernape as a mixed sweeper, Lumberry close combat, Fire Blast. Takes down Skarmbliss like you wouldn't effing believe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This 9 doesn't actually matter, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have way too many shapes on our hand. Can someone tell me this is a geometry teacher who's overwhelmed because we have too many shapes in our hand? We gotta get rid of something here. Maybe the 3, 4 of bamboo is looking the safest right now because a lot of bamboo's already been discarded and it doesn't look like anyone's doing anything in the suit of the door right now. The eye of the tiger, but we'll just have to let the tiles kind of guide us. Okay. This is risky, right? Because I'm about to throw away the green dragon. I'm about to morb right now. Green dragon is obviously a safe tile. Already been pawned up by Right Lord. And now we just kind of let the tiles kind of let the chest speak for itself. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. 3 is probably going to be our pair. We can navigate into tenpai if all things go well by discarding a north wind followed by a north wind. So we have 2 very safe tiles to discard. I know I could have kept the 3-3-4 shape. I know I could have absolutely kept the 3-3-4 shape. I know I could keep the 6-6-7 shape, but here's the thing. We started out friends. It was cool, but it was all pretend. We're 9 tiles in right now. One of these bozos is probably in tenpai. Look at this, a crossroad with the Riichi. And you know what? I'm glad we got rid of the more dangerous tile right now. I'm glad that we don't have an extra 6 of circles that we got to figure out what to do with, like nutmeg in our pantry. I'm glad that we don't have that to figure out. Okay, hang on. How many 4s are visible right now? 3 4s are visible. 2 5s are visible. I was thinking that maybe we could throw the 6, but there's not a lot on the table that shows that the 6 is very safe. It's hard to listen. It's definitely hard to listen because I think our society doesn't necessarily reward people who listen. You know what I mean? You think people who did colonialism were good listeners? You know what I mean? Like, absolutely not. Hang on. Okay, throw the 4. So hey, I need someone to throw the last 4 of bamboo. If all the 4s are gone, all my apes gone. Okay, well, that answers my question too. Now we can discard a 3 pretty safely. And you're thinking, Yusong, throw your hat into the ring. You got to do something before this game is over. I'm telling you, I want to do something before this game is over. Absolutely. Absolutely, I do. Oh, we're 1 tile away from tenpai right now. If we draw into, or if we chi into a 1 or a 4, hang on. All the 4s are gone, right? And the 6 was just discarded. I don't want to Furuten Riichi right now because we won't be able to run off of anyone right now, but I'm praying that we draw into a safe tile, and there it is. We get it to tenpai before exam. Got a long list of my losses. They'll tell you I'm in pain. This is absurd, man. I was about to revel in how good it felt to, oh my god, this starting hand. Please help me! Get me out! Okay, so I was about to revel in the fact that, like, getting into tenpai, before an exhaustive draw is like sliding into home plate, right? It's a rare sports analogy here on this channel, but it's absolutely true. It's a nice feeling. You're just saved by the bell. You get in right before the ending, and we were very lucky to see a lot of safe tiles, right? Like, a lot of penguins got pushed off of the icy cliff to see if there were sharks in the water. We didn't have to be one of those sacrificial penguins. What was I saying? I was saying something about listening, something about Riichi Mahjong, something about yelling. Oh yeah, you think colonialists were good listeners? No. Do you think Henry Ford, when he was like, yeah, I'll let children work in the factories, like, do you think they were particularly good listeners? No. I think society does not reward listening. Society rewards people who talk over the other person, because you're like, wow, that person's got a good head on, like, that person's got a lot of ambition. Sure, I'll invest in this crypto exchange. You know what I mean? It's a risky. It's confidence fools a lot of people. You know. That's why I'm famously honest. I got low self-esteem, buddy. I can't really pawn this, right? Like, maybe I'll pawn the second one, but a crossroads got maybe a half flush, maybe a full flush going on right now. I can chi this. Weirdly, I can chi this. Is that the right move? Absolutely not, dude. I have no idea what I'm doing with this hand. I'm just like hoping and praying that we can. Oh, right, Lord, gonna cut the door, but I guess it's fairly safe with whatever our crossroad is doing. So we gotta chi here. Throw the 3 of characters. They don't need character tiles. They need circle tiles. So I'll tell you something right now, okay? I'll tell you something right now. If we don't get too attached to me, I'm only gonna break your heart. Number 2. Because I'm kind of a bad boy. They're in tenpai 100%. If we draw into a circle tile, I mean, all the 8s are gone. Okay, if we draw into any other circle tile besides the 9, all the 8s are gone. They literally can't have a 7-8. They can't even have a pair of the 9s, or it would be really unlikely, right? If we draw into a circle tile, we have to fold. That is the unfortunate truth of this situation. But if we don't, my friends, join me in the kingdom of Pog as we have just entered tenpai for White Dragon 1 Dora. Can I tell you something that my significant other and I did today that was kind of interesting? I'm recording at night, by the way. If I've got an even more unhinged air about me, if you're seeing this 5 o'clock shadow that's sexily made its way across my face, weird energy for that one. It's because I'm recording this after the end of a long day. We went to a cafe, like a tea cafe, but they didn't only have tea. They had this thing called Japanese pancakes. And if you don't know, not to be confused with the hit indie band Japanese Breakfast. That's just a fun band that I also like listening to. But Japanese pancakes, let me tell you the qualities of them. If I may have your lend me your ears. Let me regale you the tales of what a Japanese pancake is. Think about like a Americanized pancake. It's a pretty flat pancake, right? Imagine it in your mind's eye. Now, just imagine that you put that image into Photoshop and you turn the like the force scaling off, and so the proportions aren't the same, and then you just stretch it. It's a really tall pancake. It's a really tall pancake. It's like, wow, this pancake should be playing in the NBA. Look, that's not really a joke, but if you say anything with enough gusto, if you get enough confidence behind it, people are gonna want to invest in your crypto exchange. You know what I mean? People are gonna want to sip the Kool-Aid that you're putting out on the table. Anyway, so we got this pancake. And we waited like 20 minutes for it because apparently they take a long time to make. Who knew? And we were sipping on this boba, and the pancake comes out. Dude, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. We start taking bites of it. I go, this is incredible. And then I start eating it, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, it's not for me. It's really yummy, but it's not for me. I can see why other people love it. Number one, it's beautiful to look at. Like, you know how like you eat with your eyes first or whatever? That definitely rings true. That definitely rings true. It definitely titillates the senses. Oh, what's that? I just got fired from my food reviewing opportunity for food review job for being too weird. Understandable. It definitely titillates the senses. And then, but as you're eating it, you're like, this is a bit much, isn't it? Like it's very rich. It's very eggy, which I liked, but it's just not for me. It's just not for me. Hang on. Can I ever get rid of it ain't my fault that I'm out here throwing force. Gotta blame it on the possibility that I can get into tenpai. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue. But you know what we could do here? We could pawn into a 6 or a 4 of circles and actually still get into tenpai that way. So I would like to, if possible, I would like to do a little bit of gaming today. We're doing some gaming, folks. Not only that, holy moly, if someone throws another 5 of bamboo or 2 of bamboo, we can actually call Ron here. Sure, it's a fairly small hand. It's only, it's not even that small. Sea Wind, Prevalent Wind as the dealer. Plus, we're gonna get to slurp up a Crossroads Riichi stick. It's not a bad situation for, oops. It's okay. It's texturally a really fun experience. You know what I mean? Like, the texture of it is really fluffy. It's very nice. Borat voice. Very nice. There's no rule. Like, yeah. This is the perks and the downfall of recording YouTube videos by myself. You know, I'm not scared of judgment, which on the one hand, poggers. On the other hand, someone's got to rein me in once in a while. I'm too much of a loose cannon. Some other stuff that we saw that was pretty cute. We saw a small child posing with a very small dog. That is delightful. Absolutely delightful. And then the small child, she was like petting the dog and taking photos with the dog. And it wasn't her dog. It was like a stranger's dog, right? And then afterwards, she and her mom like left the cafe, and she was just like literally jumping for joy. And if I think about it too much, I'm literally gonna cry because it was just like such pure joy. You know what I mean? It was really a sight to behold. It was really a sight to behold. And then what was also, I mean, this is really unfortunate, is that right next to the cafe where we were sitting, there was like a game store, like where you would get trading cards and board games and stuff and play Magic the Gathering. That was literally closing up shop. It was so depressing. It was so depressing because, like, I don't know if you're as YouTube video essay pilled as I am. If you are, you gotta leave a comment in the comments down below. Hang on. Is this actually the move right now? We're 1 tile away from Riichi Pinfu. If we draw into a 6-9 or a 1-4 here, we have to discard the 6 of bamboo. Maybe we should have discarded the 6 of bamboo, but then we don't really have a pair in our hand. Ooh, do we wait for the 4-7 of bamboo, or do we wait? No. You can't get sauced here. You can't get sauced here. You absolutely can't get sauced here. So I was thinking like we could wait for the 4-7 here, but the awesome thing about this is that, and this shape, as opposed to these shapes, is that you can wait on a terminal tile. You can wait on the 1 here, you can wait on the 9 here, and that's a very, very powerful wait. Anyway, but like if you've seen any like housing or society or like whatever video essays, you'll see like this idea of like third spaces. If you don't know what a third space is, and I know it's gonna sound weird, first of all, leave a comment if you know what I'm talking about, okay? I can't be the only one that's like watching civil engineering videos until 4 a.m. being, someone's gotta do something about this, you know what I mean? Like that's my bread and butter, baby. Right Lord is playing a little safe right now. Let's make him sweat a little. I can make your sheets wet listening to Keith sweat. Is that something? That's from Northern Lion. Okay. And I will say this. A lot of my references are from Northern Lion. I can't hide it. But you know, Picasso took inspiration from Van Gogh. Like, I don't know when painters were around. Ravel took inspiration from Mozart, okay? Art is a melting pot. It is a continual timeline. Riichi Pinfu. B-word, oops, bozo is what I meant. Family friendly, hashtag sponsor me, okay? So the idea of third spaces is like a third space is somewhere that you can go in society that is not work or home, you know? Cafes count, libraries count, but as just like the housing crisis or whatever, like gets worse and worse, there is the dramatic fall of third spaces. There's nowhere to actually go, and it's really depressing. It's really, really depressing. So I was genuinely heartbroken to see this game store closing. And occasionally, as we were sitting here, we'd watch like a family like go into the store, and like the parents would go in with a child, and then it'd be really awkward because then they'd be like, oh no, it looks like they're closing, and that's very sad. But they were doing this awesome thing where every time like a small kid would walk in there, they would walk out with like, I think like free Pokemon cards or something. And so my significant other and I were looking at this, and we were like, neither of us are small children. That'd be awful if we were. But maybe we should maybe we should just stick our heads in there and ask. So here's the real thing. So my significant other's roommate having a birthday soon. I don't mean to dox anyone, but that's just true. Significant other's roommate having a birthday soon. And she really likes Pokemon cards. So we needed to, I wanted to give the gift of Pokemon cards anyway. So we walk in there and we ask, like, my significant other is being the brave one. She's doing most of the talking, like, because I don't know, I have social anxiety, dude. I can yell into a microphone about Mahjong all day, but having to maybe inconvenience someone in real life, I want to curl up into a ball and roll into the darkness. We ask, hey, is there anything like Pokemon related that you guys still have, or are you just like 100% closed? And they were like, they were showing us some different things that we can maybe buy. Chance for a pure double sequence as well. 8 of bamboo, 8 of characters a little bit risky here, but it's not that bad. And just imagine how pogged will be if we draw into a 7. Oh, this is actually really bad. This is actually really, really, really bad. Because all the 4s are gone, so it's not a double-sided weight really. It's not as good as it once looked. Oh, friends, what do we do about this? Do we just eat poop? Okay, sorry, weird. Maybe I could have discarded the 5 there. Oh my god, I could have discarded the 5 there, but then what are we waiting for? We're still waiting for a 4-7. Like, no matter what, we're waiting for a 4-7 here, right? So it's not amazing what we've got going on. We're hoping just to draw into another 7 of characters. So, and I don't even know if I'd call Riichi at this point. This is... you call the Riichi here, right? Riichi, Pinfu, pure double sequence, red 5 as the dealer. This is a giant hand. If we don't call Riichi, what do we have? Pinfu, red 5, pure double sequence. It's a 3 Han hand as the dealer. It's not even that bad. Oh, it's not even that bad if we stay in Damaten. But this hand, if we sumo or something, like, it could definitely be a Mangon. But even though I'm saying all this to you, like, yeah, like, here's the thing. We could have a huge monster badonkadonk hand right now if we win this hand, having called Riichi. However, I think our chances of winning go up exponentially if we don't call Riichi here. I was hoping that what are you rewarded? And the faithful shall be rewarded. Anyone else League of Legends pilled right now? Riichi, Pinfu, pure double sequence, red 5 as the dealer. Woo! Sheesh! Incredible. I honestly can't believe what I'm seeing right now. It is so rare that we get to do this. This is incredibly rare air that we're tasting tonight, folks. Today, whenever you're watching. It is so rare that we get to stay in the dealer's seat. You know what I mean? Sam Smith would be appalled the way that we don't get to stay with me because I'm in the East seat a lot, okay? Sam Smith would be crying right now and alleging that they were the first openly gay person to win a Grammy when that wasn't true. This is long history. I don't know why I'm bringing it up. Why do I remember that, like, tabloid news, and I don't remember who the villain of Mulan is? I genuinely... All right, this hand is good. This hand is good. It's a 1-2-3 mixed triple sequence, maybe with a Pinfu chance. So the nut draw right now, without a shadow of a doubt, like we're on 12 Angry Men. Like the nut draw right now is a 3 of circles. 3 of circles would allow us to call Riichi, Pinfu. The list goes on and on. Riichi, Pinfu, mixed triple sequence, closed Dora. This is a disgusting hand. This is a disgusting hand. This is a hand where we're so far in first place right now. I don't think that we call Riichi if we get the chance, because, like, we might just be able to destroy Left Lord and just end the game quickly here in East 4 without giving them a chance to play the game, which I know sounds really cruel and unusual, but it's not. In Riichi Mahjong, like, you gotta play to watch the light extinguish from someone else's eyes. I'm so sorry. I don't make the rules. I genuinely don't make the rules, but them's the breaks, if I may. So Left Lord calls the Riichi here. We're in first place. We obviously don't want to lose first place. However, we don't have a lot of safe tiles to throw, right? Like, what do we have? Two of bamboo is looking okay. Of Crossroads making a huge fold right now. I'm scared that this 8 of characters could come from a 5-6 of characters. There's a 1 of bamboo. That's kind of interesting to us because maybe, well, we know that Left Lord isn't waiting for it, so if they pick up a 1 of a character, 1 of bamboo, and then throw it, we could definitely chi it up for some good value, get into tenpai for a mixed triple sequence. But yeah, I am scared that this 7 of characters is gonna deal us into the Shadow Realm here. I definitely. Oh, why don't you pog with me? 'Cause I'm dealer seat. I mean, if this passes, we're made in the shade. It definitely does pass. We're a little bit of Furriton gaming, and it doesn't look good for us because, you know, we're not in permanent Furriton jail. We're only in a. Oh no. Oh no, friends. Oh no. Oh no. We deal into a Mangon. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I think that we had a really good chance to win that one if that tile passed. And it was an honor tile. It was an inconspicuous Vivian Westwind. They were Shadow Realm Gaming, and you know what? They deserve that one for Shadow Realm Gaming. If you let your soul kiss the lips of the infinite darkness that is waiting on an honor tile, you deserve the win. Absolutely. We wanted to give my significant other's roommate some Pokemon cards for her birthday, and we were like, we're just willing to buy some to support you because we know that we're not small children. We don't expect anything for free. That's okay. That's okay. We're adults, and we can bear the brunt of the harsh rules of capitalism. That's what I said to the person in real life. I did not say that. That's an absolute lie. Oh, this hand does not make me feel very good right now. 1, 2, 3 shapes in our hand. Oh, yuck. So we're hoping to draw into another white dragon or red dragon. Otherwise, I do not like this hand's chances of making it into the end zone right now. I'm starting to like it a lot more, having picked up a Dora tile, 5, 6, 7, that 7 being shiny right now. And we ended up buying like a nice little Pokemon card thing, but it was like this pack where they give you 3 like oversized cards of Torchic, Mudkip, and Trico. Sorry for naming Trico last and forgetting them. It's a Trico really gets the short end of the stick in Generation 3. Mudkip gets all of the love, and then Torchic with that fire fighting type. Come on, there's no competing with that. It's game over. It's game over. It's too viable competitively. This is a hand that I understand. This is a half flush hand. You reject humanity and go ooga booga. Oh, hang on. It might not be a half flush hand. This might be a hand that we play normally. I know, I hate to admit it, but this might be a hand that we play normally. Holy moly. The 5 is gone. The 5 is gone. This is a 7-8 shape. And now if we draw into, so the nut draw for us right now is the 3 of circles. 3 of circles would allow us to call Riichi, throwing this 7 of bamboo and have a nice little Riichi Pinfu moment. It's an early enough Riichi. You know what? I'm going to wait 1 round. I'm going to wait 1 short day here in the Emerald City. Where are my fellow Glinda heads at? I'm going to wait 1 short day in the Emerald City. Let's see if we can improve this hand. If we can't, here we go. We're going to call the Riichi. We're going to call the Riichi. It's an early game Riichi. It's aggressive. It might bully others. It might make other people a little bit uncomfortable into pushing into our hands. So, you know, we're just trying to make other people make difficult decisions, right? We're trying to get them a little unsettled. This is like if you go to a theme park and you accidentally go on the water ride a little too early in the day, and then you kind of just got like wet trousers for the rest of the day. Trying to make people a little uncomfortable here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Could have waited for the Pinfu, but I'm happy to do this. So the way that this bites us in the butt is if people are willing to be brave and push on into our hand, and eventually they can get into tenpai and call Riichi themselves, we'd have a terrible time if someone chased. But this dude, I think that the luck today has genuinely been incredible. I think it has been a long, bitter wait since we've been able to just do Riichi sumos like this on subpar hands. I don't know. It does not feel like, maybe this is my huge victim complex talking, but it does not feel like this is something that we get to do often, you know? Like have Japanese pancakes. You can't have that often. They're pretty expensive, and they didn't make my stomach feel very good afterwards. But I have a famously weak constitution. Lactose intolerant. Hashtag lacty and tacty. Like that's not... It's not fun. It's something that I live with. But it's okay. It's not like a real inconvenience. You could just take a little lactate out before you eat the dairy. Okay, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for the 2 of bamboo. 2 of bamboo is the Dora. That'd be really nice here. Probably gonna eventually discard the 6 of circles. We don't really have another pair in our hand. Our 1-2 shape looking a little whack right now. Ooh. Okay, here's the thing. We don't have a pair in our hand. We have 6 shapes right now, and we're hoping just to start completing our other shapes so that we have an excuse to get rid of this 1-2. The good news for us here is that the 2 and the 1, oh, okay. So we can accept a 2 and a 3 here. That's better than this 2-4 shape. So I guess I'll throw the 2 first. I'll throw the 2 first. If we draw into the 5 of characters, we'll still feel really pogged here, right? So that's one situation where you don't want to throw the most dangerous tile first. I'll also say this. I'm getting a lot of good comments about my gameplay. I have to break your heart for a second, okay? I have to break your heart. I appreciate that everyone wants me to succeed in Mahjong. However, I just want to let you know that path to success might be very, very long. Like, I'm mostly here to entertain everyone. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think he's all right, but that won't keep me warm. No, don't get me wrong. I love winning and actually improving at Mahjong, but my first goal here is to hopefully provide an entertaining experience first, then become so good at Mahjong that I get into the M League second. And I say that very, very facetiously. I think I unfortunately learn very much so at my own pace, and so yeah, I think I have to take things very, very slowly. Don't get me wrong, I like reading the analysis, but don't put too much of your hopes on me pogging and destroying everyone in my path. 6, 7, 8 makes triple sequence. At least he saw it. At least he saw it. 6, 7, 8 mixed triple sequence. For a moment, I was actually infinite, folks. For a moment, I was actually infinite. Now we have to huge fold here. This is a dealer Riichi. Our hand is nowhere near complete yet. Probably could have folded with a seven of circles first. It's maybe easier to stay in tenpai if I fold with the 7 first and foremost. Wow, 8 of bamboo, not even batting an eye from a crossroads. So they must have something really, really good too if they're willing to chase here. Maybe they understand the danger that they're in. We're in South 3. These are good players, right? These are all good players. So they understand the danger that we're in. We're in South 3. There's not a lot of time left in the game. If Left Lord wins with a really huge dealer Riichi, it's not like a crossroads gonna have a lot of time to recoup those losses. They have to go for something here. Green dragon being discarded. I'm being very, very careful with the honor tiles that I'm currently discarding right now. We got Rond of a Vivian Westwind last round yesterday. We got Rond of a Vivian Westwind yesterday. This is like when everyone's acting sus in the Discord call. I'm thinking that there might be an imposter among us. Oh, folks, he's a little cringe. He's a little cringe, but that's why we love him. And I say that not knowing if anyone does. Anyway, this is interesting. So if the 1 of circles is not necessarily safe. It's like safe-ish, right? It's definitely safe-ish. Here's a 2 of circles. Sure, I'm not gonna call Riichi here. I think calling Riichi here would be a little bit foolish. There's only one chance to Ron here, and we're hoping just to sumo or whatever. I am so happy to slide into home base and get that tenpai right at the very end. Right Lord waiting for the 3 of characters as well. A Cross Lord, even though they played really aggressively, didn't end up getting in tenpai, and that's gonna hurt them too. The Crossroads definitely stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. There's no denying that. So, what are we looking for here? This hand is very okay. This crew is good. Northern Line reference. This crew is good. This is like an all simples kind of a hand. We're hoping to maybe just pawn into a 5 or... Oh, this is kind of interesting here. I mean, the door is the 4 of characters. I don't really love this shape that we got going for us in the character suit, but it is a shape, right? It is a shape after all, and I'm not gonna forsake a shape when we're just trying to get into tenpai. So hand is a little bit awkward right now. Hand definitely looking a little bit awkward, a little adorkable. I'll throw my character tiles away, and now, you know, 3. Hey, Yusong, don't you say that you should endeavor to have 2 pairs in your hand whenever possible? Yes, but only in a closed hand. If you're hoping to keep your hand closed, yes, you should try to have 2 pairs, because one of them can be your pair and one of them can transform into something else, whether it's a triplet or like a sequence, right? But this, I'm very, very happy to have 3 pairs in our hand, no album out, because we can pawn the 5, throw the 1, pawn the 2, throw the green dragon, and still have a pair. To be in tenpai with. So for an open hand like this, 3 pairs is very, very nice. Borat voice, very nice. 4 of circles, unfortunately, is not what we're looking for. These are not the droids that I'm looking for currently. I mean, we're just keeping the white dragon as a safe tile. I could have thrown the 1 of bamboo here, but I guess I'm just waiting for the off chance that you know, maybe we would have drawn it to a 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna cheat up the door. I don't know if this is like the best plan that I've ever had, right? Daniel Cesar voice be like, this is the best plan. No, I don't have a milky smooth baritone tenor voice like Daniel Cesar. Who am I kidding? I'm here screaming the lyrics to Blank Space in my spare time. But we're absolutely gonna slurp up the Dora. Them discarding the Dora means that Left Lord's hand definitely has some direction right now, right? They definitely have some artistic intention with whatever Left Lord's gonna do. But now we're in tenpai ourselves, so it's a race to the finish, and us being able to stop Left Lord in their tracks is very, very important to us. We get to advance the game into South 4, and then we can probably very easily get out of this game at least alive, if not in first place. 2 of circles. How are we feeling about this one, folks? 2 of circles, feeling okay. A lot of 3s visible on the board. They could still have a 3-4 in their hand. They could definitely still have a 3-4 in their hand. They could even have a pair of the 2 of circles. So it's not a tile that I'm super happy-go-lucky to discard, but luckily for us, it ends up being okay. We bought like a thing that had like 3 oversized. Oh! Oops. I'm the Joker. Yes, sorry, I got a little too hype. This is why I can't record at night. The filters are off, baby. We live in a society. It's getting too silly in here. The silly meter is off the charts. Someone needs to keep their hands on the wheel here. This government's gonna collapse if we keep like horsing around. Monkeying around? Is that an expression? What are we voting on the House Speaker? Hey yo! Zing! This is a great hand. This is a great, you know, people have referred to the great henge of Stonehenge. He's lost it, folks. He's absolutely lost it. People have referred to Stonehenge as the Great Henge, I think. No, the Great Henge is a Magic the Gathering card. God, I need to touch some grass, baby. People have referred to the Magic the Gathering green artifact as the Great Henge. This is a great hand. This is a great hand. We pawn the white dragon, we chi up all the other stuff, and we can even close our eyes and make believe that we're going for, oh my God, we have a pure straight here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the circle suit. This is even pure straight potentiality here. Kind of ridiculous if you think about it. Left Lord is not gonna go down without a fight. What are we discarding here? I mean, now we can pawn into a lot of different tiles. This is a fairly decent position for us to be in right now. Left Lord also does not want to lose right now. So what is this? What is this? Green Dragon, all triplets. They don't have Dora. So Green Dragon, all triplets. Maybe Red 5, right? So it's a 4-han hand. If I deal into a 4-han hand, I lose. I lose first place. If I deal into, if they have a Mongon, I genuinely lose here. I didn't know whether or not to go for the white dragon tenpai or the 6 of circles tenpai. Either way, it's kind of obvious, unfortunately, right? Now that we pawned the 2 of bamboo, other people know that our hand is like nothing, right? Our hand is, I mean, they can still think that it's a pure straight and it doesn't have the white dragon in it. Left Lord is gonna sumo. Hopefully it's not huge. They did not have a red 5. This is just all triplets. Green dragon. Absolutely happy to see it. Absolutely happy to see it. You hate to be in a Crossroads shoes right now. You hate to be in a Crossroads shoes. They did not get to play Riichi Mahjong today. They did not get to play Riichi Mahjong. But yeah, it was really sad. Even though we were having a great time eating our fluffy pancake, it was really sad to see a game store closing up shop, you know? That's just not something that you want to see. And and the 3 oversized cards came with 2 booster packs. Because opening booster packs, let's be honest, it's gambling, but it's like, it's also kind of fun. It's definitely a vice. It's definitely a vice, but it's also kind of fun. Who am I? Who am I? Panic at the Disco album? The way I'm extolling vices and virtues? Tell me you've listened to Sarah Smiles 50 times on Spotify without telling me that you've done that exact thing. Ease 3, let's take a look at these hands. Take a look at my Mahjong. They're the only one I got. This is a full flush. I absolutely push into this 10 times out of 10. It's close to the Dora. It's a little bit zuzzy. Very, very lucky. By the way, the real luck here happened. Oh my God, we got to run this table, dude. Holy moly, we got to run this table. So you called Riichi, a very early Riichi, waiting on a 2-5. Yeah, that's beautiful. Riichi Pinfu, all simps. Riichi Pinfu, all simps. That's it, but it's still really, and you can win off of the door. Very, very nice. And we managed to sneak into tenpai. So lucky here. So lucky. But also kudos to us for being able to play safe, right? And still get into tenpai before the end of the game. I call a early-ish Riichi right now, and they deal in with the 9. I mean, they're going for all simples. Is this actually worth it? Are you even in tenpai right now? Stop trying to make fetch happen. You're not even in tenpai right now, but you have no other safe tiles. So you absolutely go for it here. I can't even be that mad at them. I call a medium mid-game Riichi. They get into tenpai. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that what you're going for? 7, 8, 9 Sanchokes. A little 7, 8, 9 Sanchucky, you discard the 1. This is why waiting, like sometimes when you have a 2, 3 in your hand, it's actually way better than having a 4, 5 in your hand, right? If you're gonna call Riichi with it, other people are probably gonna be willing to do a riskier push with a terminal tile whether it be a 1 or a 9, rather than throwing like a 3 or a 6, right? Oh, at least when you deal into a 1, you guaranteed don't give someone all simples, right? So there's a little bit of like safety built in here. We deal in with the Vivian Westwind. Should have been a little bit more careful here, but we had such a great chance of winning. Here. Where's the last one of bamboo? So we don't know where the last one of bamboo is. It could even be in the dead wall. It would have come out. It would have come out, but I was like, oh man, it would have been so awesome here if we were able to win this one. Because the one of bamboo feels so safe right now. It's impossible for someone to have a pair of them. A lot of them have been discarded. Red 5 of bamboo is already thrown as well. So there goes our long reign as the dealer. The Smiths, there goes your man. So you, this is a very early game situation. How do you deal in here? Wow, going for the half flush and just dealing into a fast all simples. That would psychologically destroy me. That would definitely be a psychological tilter. And then you don't get to play the game for the rest of the round. What was this hand where you started pushing, but then like this 8 of bamboo push was a little dubious, right? Wow. I mean, what would I throw here? The 7 or the 9, I guess? I mean, 9. Oh, you do not have a lot of Evangelion 1.3.1. You do not have a lot of safe tiles. I mean, you're guessing because you have 2 6s and there's 2 7s on the board that they don't have a 6-7 in their hand. This is not like a foolproof guess, by the way. Safer tile is like what, 7 of characters, probably 9 of characters, just because it's a terminal. 7 of circles here. Would I have the guts to what would I do here? You're 1 tile away from tenpai. Oh, it hurts because you're 1 tile away from tenpai and you have Riichi Dora. I'd probably fold here because I don't know. I think that the tiles that you would have to throw to get into tenpai are a little bit too risky. I don't know if that's right. Like, I think that if I was in that position, I might fold and then get it into 4th place, whereas I could have maybe won had I played more aggressively, but that's Mahjong, right? It's different strokes for different folks, and your style and your essence as a human will definitely come out in the tiles you throw. That's gonna do it for today's video. If you enjoy the song or you enjoy the genre, maybe leave a like and a comment. It helps out the channel a lot. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. New videos Monday through Friday. You can also join us on Twitch. I'm live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 4 p.m. PST. Link is down below in the description, along with our community Discord and the VODs channel. I hope to see you there. Until next time, please take care of yourself and please be kind to yourself, all right? I'll talk to you soon. Peace.